Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA executives are furious and jealous that only Lakers got the opportunity to land Luka Dončić. Dallas Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison doesn't appear to be in the good graces of executives around the league after the Luka Dončić trade. Los Angeles Lakers GM Rob Pelinka was the only one Harrison discussed a deal with, and according to ESPN, it's led to some fury and jealousy around the league. Executives from around the league were both furious and jealous that the glitzy, star-driven Lakers had been the only team given an opportunity to bid for Dončić's services. You can understand their frustrations. There isn't a team in the league that wouldn't have wanted to acquire a generational talent like Dončić, and only one of them got the opportunity to land him. The only other team to have the faintest idea about this deal before it went down was the third team involved, the Utah Jazz. They didn't know who the pieces involved were, though. ESPN reported that the Jazz and their CEO, Danny Ainge, only found out they were helping the Lakers land Dončić about 30 to 60 minutes before the move was finalized. You'd imagine a Boston Celtics legend like Ainge might have declined to help if he'd known, and it might be why the Jazz were informed so late. Talk about sneaky business. The Jazz ended up absorbing Jalen Hood-Schifino's contract for 2 second-round picks to get this deal over the line. What made Harrison's decision to only speak to the Lakers so puzzling was that simple logic dictates you'd want to start a bidding war when looking to part with a superstar. Some teams in the league would have been willing to give up numerous draft picks and youngsters or even stars for Dončić, but the Mavs GM didn't even explore that possibility. So, why did Harrison go this route? Well, here's why. Harrison decided early on, team sources said, that the best way to trade a player of Dončić's caliber was to pick the trade that he wanted, rather than open up the process, to avoid Dončić and his agent exerting their own leverage. It would also avoid the crippling fan backlash that might influence the deal. That's an interesting line of thought. Had it gotten leaked at some point that the Mavericks were looking to trade Dončić, you can be sure that the fans would have been up in arms. They would have caused an uproar, and perhaps ownership might have had to step in and end trade talks. The secrecy ensured the deal went through without any pushback from fans, but they are fuming now. Some Mavericks fans protested the Dončić trade by bringing a coffin to the American Airlines Center. Many online seem to be done supporting the Mavs, and you struggle to imagine the last time a fanbase was this upset with their team. It's hard to say who's more upset by this trade, Mavericks fans or rival executives. Strive for greatness was LeBron's message to Dončić in 2018. And as teammates, that won't change. Luka Dončić came to the NBA in 2018, calling LeBron James his idol. The first time they went head-to-head, Dončić asked James during the game if he could have his jersey. And after that game, Dončić headed to the Los Angeles Lakers locker room to pick up the souvenir. Here they are, almost 7 years later, set to strive for more greatness together. The trade that happened over the weekend to send Dončić to the Lakers and Anthony Davies to the Dallas Mavericks creates a new superstar pairing for James to see what he can do with. There was James and Kyrie Irving, James and Dwayne Wade, James and Davis, and now, James and Dončić. Will it work? There's only one way for it to be declared the ultimate success. James and Irving won a title together in Cleveland. James and Wade won 2 titles as teammates in Miami. James and Davis won a championship for the Lakers in the bubble in 2020. I mean, it was amazing, Dončić said of that day in 2018 when he played against James for the first time. It was something special for me, for sure. I looked up to him as my idol. It was just great for me. Like I said, it was special, and it will be a day that I remember. The Lakers hope James and Dončić have a lot of special days to remember going forward. The trade became official a few hours after James, who was 40, which is tough to remember at times given the numbers he still puts up, had an absolutely spectacular game at Madison Square Garden, 33 points, 12 assists and 11 rebounds in a win over the New York Knicks. James became the second player to have such a stat line at MSG. The other was Oscar Robertson, who did it in 1963 and 1965. James, when he's at his best, is still basically unstoppable. He's had 4 games of 30 or more points since turning 40, tying Michael Jordan for the most ever in that department. He's averaging 25 points per game since turning 40. He has more triple-doubles as a 40-year-old, too, than every other 40-something in NBA history has combined, one. And now he gets a 25-year-old running mate in Dončić who reminds James of himself in a whole bunch of ways. "I love everything about his game," James said in 2022. "I love everything about him. The way he plays the game reminds me of the way I play the game. We read just triple threats. We rebound. We pass, which is the number one thing on our mind, trying to keep our teammates engaged and keeping our teammates feeling good on the floor, keeping our teammates in rhythm. And we will put 40 on you, too, if you disrespect us." Dončić, like James, has done things the league has pretty much never seen before. Dončić has one of the 2 60-point triple-doubles in NBA history, James Harden has the other. Dončić is one of 4 players to score at least 73 points in a game. His scoring average is third all-time, behind only Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain. LeBron James shares heartwarming parting message for Anthony Davis. When the Los Angeles Lakers traded for Anthony Davis in 2019, the goal was to win an NBA championship. Well, AD fulfilled that goal for the Purple and Gold in his first season as a member of the Purple and Gold. Since then, the Lakers haven't really made a dent during the postseason. A key reason behind it was the absence of Davis due to multiple injuries. Despite that, fans hope to see the LeBron James-Anthony Davis win at least one more championship while donning the iconic LA Lakers jersey. Unfortunately, that dream will never be fulfilled as the Lakers traded away Davis in an unexpected move with the Dallas Mavericks to acquire European superstar Luka Dončić. The news obviously made headlines, and a few even blamed the King for Davis being shipped off to Dallas. However, the 4x NBA champion seemingly couldn't care less about the same as he shared a heartwarming parting message for Davis. "Love you, my dog. Go crazy over there. Whoa 4L. See you soon," James wrote in a story on his official Instagram account. Despite many rumors suggesting some bad blood between the two, James reminded fans of the brotherly bond he shares with the ex-Laker star. As mentioned in his story, James wants the former number 1 overall pick to play the best basketball of his career for the Mavericks. Prior to getting traded to the Mavs, Davis was having a phenomenal regular season. He had averaged 25.7 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game for the Lakers over 42 appearances this season. Now, whether AD will be able to carry forward that dominance to his stint with the Mavericks will be an exciting thing to see for fans. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Anthony Davis? Leave your opinion in the comments.